Today, the resurrection is on trial. We're going to set aside faith and opinions for a while, and we are going to use historical evidence, the same standard used to verify every ancient figure in history. And by the end of this video, you can decide for yourself, myth or fact. But first, we need to agree on something. Even skeptical historians agree on a few key things about Jesus Christ. Fact 1. He was crucified under Pontius Pilate. Fact 2. His followers genuinely believed he rose from the dead. Fact 3. The disciples went from terrified to fearless. That's not religion, that's history. So the real question is, what explains it? Because whatever happened next changed the world forever. Okay, so let's try to debunk it. Theory number 1. It's just a legend. Maybe the story grew over time. Sounds reasonable until you realize the resurrection belief shows up almost immediately. The Apostle Paul quotes a creed dated to within a few years of the event. That's way too early for myth building. Okay, so maybe not a legend. What about this? Theory number 2. Hallucinations. Grief can make people see things, right? But hallucinations are usually individual, not shared, not consistent, yet the accounts claim. Groups claim to see the risen Jesus. Repeated appearances, not just a few, and different locations. That's not how hallucinations work. Theory number 3. The body was stolen. This one's popular. But think about it. If the disciples stole the body, and that's a big if because going up against a watch of Roman soldiers, trained killing machines versus fishermen, no contest, right? And doing it for a dead body to start a lie. Think about this. If any of those soldiers were harmed, the Roman army would root out the offenders and kill them. Even if they weren't harmed the fact that they were overcome by fishermen, the Roman army would still go after them, and let's face it, they were preaching openly so could be apprehended anytime. And then they suffered, were persecuted, and in many cases killed for something they knew was fake? That doesn't make sense. So, legend doesn't work. Hallucinations don't work. Stolen body? Also weak. So what's left? Now let's flip it. Let's look at the evidence for the resurrection. Evidence number 1. The empty tomb. If Jesus' body was still there, game over. Christianity ends instantly. But instead, the movement explodes in the same city he was buried, and no one produces a body. Evidence number 2. Eyewitness accounts. Multiple people claim to see the risen Jesus. And here's something weird. The first witnesses were women. In that culture, that actually hurts your case. So why include it? Because that's what actually happened. And this next one is where things get really interesting. Evidence number 3. The disciples' transformation. Before the resurrection, they were hiding, afraid, running away. After, they were public, bold, unstoppable. What caused that shift? They all claim the same thing. They saw Jesus alive. Evidence number 4. The explosion of Christianity. A movement centered on a crucified man, which at the time was the most shameful death imaginable. And yet, it spreads across the Roman Empire fast. Why? Because people were convinced something extraordinary happened. If you made it this far, you're clearly someone who cares about truth. So here's what I want you to do. Comment below, myth or fact. I read every single comment. And if you want more videos where we test big claims like this using real evidence, hit subscribe, because in the next video, we're tackling another question that could completely change how you see history.